All right, police in Connecticut searching the home of Jennifer Dulos' estranged husband and a trash facility as they look for clues to her disappearance 2 weeks ago tomorrow. Dan Schorr is a former assistant district attorney and a former criminal prosecutor. Thanks for being here, Dan. It's a horrific story. We've been following it from the very beginning. Obviously, a lot of the pieces of the puzzle are starting to get together. What can you tell us?
Right. Well, obviously, we're still hoping for a miracle that somehow she's alive, but there's more and more signs based on the blood that was found at the scene, the garbage that was found where the husband was dispersing all sorts of materials that also had blood on it, the fact that the police are using cadaver dogs to look for her remains. It's pointing to the fact that this was probably a homicide, although I'm sure the family's holding out hope.
What makes this an incredibly difficult and large investigation is that there are so many different areas and locations that they are having to search, Dan.
Right. Well, the husband and his girlfriend were seen on camera, or people that looked like them in a vehicle that looked like his vehicle, dispersing over 30 bags of garbage, and those were at different locations, and they were found, and her blood was found on certain items there. There was a lot of blood at her home. It shows there was a violent attack against her, and obviously she's still missing, and police are trying to find her remains if she's deceased or find her if she's alive.
So they have been able to tie, when testing her blood, DNA evidence that proves that this is her blood in multiple locations. How have they been able to tie that together as far as trying to determine her last whereabouts, even if it was indeed a violent attack?
She was clearly assaulted at home, probably in her garage. There's a lot of blood evidence there and other signs of a physical assault there. There's also what police framed as an attempt to clean up the evidence, which suggests that this wasn't a premeditated crime, because if someone premeditates this and plans it out, they're probably going to have a plan for getting rid of a body and not having so much blood, and the botched attempt to clean it up that police were able to get DNA evidence from. But in any event, the husband, the estranged husband, his girlfriend are seen dispersing all these materials with her blood on it in 30 different locations or more. So they've been arrested for...
The girlfriend was released, right? They did not release him on bail, but she was released with an ankle bracelet. So obviously there's a chance she could flip here and tell the whole story.
Right. She may bond, but she's still being charged with tampering with evidence, hindering a prosecution. So they haven't charged them with murder yet, but certainly police are looking towards additional charges if it seems like they were involved in whatever happened to her.
And they're not cooperating, are they?
According to police, they're not, but they might not be telling all the details to the public if one of them was. But so far, what we're being told is that they are not cooperating.
So city cameras recorded the pickup truck with a man and a woman inside who were, quote, placing multiple garbage bags into various trash receptacles at over 30 locations in Hartford, which is why police reached out. Authorities said anybody with any surveillance camera, please just send it in. Even if you think you don't see anything, let us look at it. The residents of these areas have become crucial in the investigation.
Right. One camera showed the female, which is probably the girlfriend, putting something in a storm grate, and they looked in that storm grate, the police did, and they found 2 license plates that had been altered that belonged to the estranged husband. So it's really clear that soon after her disappearance, they were dispersing a lot of items that showed that they had her blood on items that they were getting rid of. So obviously that shows strong consciousness of guilt and involvement in whatever happened to her.
Some of the new things we're learning about his financial difficulties in the days leading up to what may have happened here. It is quite a story, and our best to those 5 kids who are now with the maternal grandmother.
And she's seeking custody.
Exactly. Dan Schorr, thank you.